So now we know about the basic function of immune system, that is to first recognize of a pathogen or foreign materials and then eliminate it. So now let's talk about immunological tolerance. So immunological tolerance basically depend on the identification of self and non-self antigen. So basically the function or activation of self tolerance depend on the successful discrimination and determination of self from non-self antigens. Okay, so what is self and what is non-self antigen? A major role of immune system is to able to determine what is foreign. That all foreign compound is termed as non-self antigen, and what is present in the body. So elements present in the body is termed as self. Okay, sometimes substance that does not initiate any immunological response is also termed as self. The concept of self non-self discrimination, which is the ability of the immune system to recognize and respond to foreign antigens but not to self antigens. So basically self and non-self discrimination is the ability of the immune system to recognize foreign substance but not the self antigen. So why it is necessary for every individual immune system to learn self non-self discrimination? Why it is so important? Why we do not just inherit a library of immunoreceptor from our parents that recognize non-self antigen? The answer is, the immediate reason is that each individual's immune system is unique. The diversity of MHC molecule and allogenic variants of the cell molecules means that new epitopes are present in each generation as a result of gene reassortment. The ultimate reason is that the immune system has to be able to recognize newly arising non-self antigen as new pathogen evolve to threaten each new generation of individuals. So the question was, why it is necessary for every individual's immune system to learn self from non-self discrimination? Why parents' immune system just don't do it for us? Because for every new generation, the progeny will encounter new kind of pathogen, new kind of antigen in his or her lifetime. So to fight this antigen, they need to develop a immune system which can recognize the self from the non-self and ultimately will attack the self and show tolerance. Ultimately attack the non-self and show tolerance to the self. Factor responsible for determining self from non-self antigen. How? It is not the structure of the molecule per se that determines whether it will be distinguished as self or non-self. Factors other than structural characteristics of an epitope are also important. So what are the factors? One, the stage of differentiation when lymphocytes first confront their epitopes, the site of encounter, the nature of the cells presenting epitopes, the number of lymphocytes responding to the epitopes. Okay, so these are the factors that is responsible for determining the self from non-self. So now what is immunological tolerance? Immunological tolerance is a state of unresponsiveness that is specific for a particular antigen. It is induced by previous exposure to that antigen. The term arose from the experimental observation that animals had encountered an antigen under a particular condition would not respond to or would tolerate subsequent exposure to the same antigen. When a specific lymphocyte encounter antigen, the lymphocyte may be activated leading to the immune response, or the cells may be inactivated or eliminated leading to the tolerance. Antigens that induce tolerance are called tolerants or tolerogenic antigens, to distinguish them from the immunogens which generate immune response. Tolerance to self antigen is called self tolerance, which is a fundamental property of normal immune system. The mechanism of active tolerance prevent inflammatory reaction to many innocuous airborne and food antigen encountered at a mucosal surface in lung and gut. So all of this definition, all of this text might seems boring, but we need to know the definition of tolerance. Some terms about tolerance. Immunological tolerance. So what is immunological tolerance again? Immunological tolerance is a state of unresponsiveness that is specific for a particular antigen. Usually this antigen is induced by previous exposure. So again, what is tolerogen and what is immunogen? Tolerogens are antigens that induce tolerance, and immunogens are some kind of antigen that will generate immune response. And what is self tolerance? This is one of the fundamental properties of immune system. Okay, the most in fact this is the most important aspect of tolerance. However, self tolerance which prevents the body from mounting an immune attack against its own tissue. Okay, so what is self tolerance? Self tolerance prevents the body from mounting an immune attack against its own tissues. So we need to remember these terms, especially immunological tolerance, tolerogen, immunogens, and self tolerance. So now let's talk about the significance of tolerance. Why tolerance is so important? An individual are tolerant of their own antigens. Failure of self tolerance results in an immunoreaction against self antigens. Such reaction are termed as autoimmunity, and the disease they cause are called autoimmune disease. Okay, so therapeutic potential inducing tolerance may be exploited to prevent graft rejection, treat autoimmune diseases, allergic diseases, and prevent immune response in gene therapy and stem cell transplantation. So this is the importance. Okay, so to understand about the autoimmunity and autoimmune diseases, to treat these diseases, to prevent graft rejection, to prevent immune response in gene therapy and stem cell transplantation. Few aspects of self-tolerance. Self-tolerance, self and non-self discrimination is learned during development. Tolerance is not genetically programmed. The first time it encounter is critical in determining the responsiveness. Immunological self must encompass all epitopes. What is epitope? Antigenic determinants encoded by the individual DNA. All other epitopes being considered as non-self. So this is important. Immunological self must encompasses all epitopes encoded by the individual's DNA. All other epitopes being considered as non-self. So what does this means? So the epitopes that encoded by our DNA will be considered as self, and all other epitopes will be considered as non-self. So what are the factors that promote tolerance rather than stimulation? In adults, most encounters with foreign antigen lead to an immune response aimed at eradication. So in case of an adult person, adult individual, an antigen will lead to immune response. Okay, not tolerance. This is not true in fetus. Okay, where due to the immature state of immune system, exposure to antigen frequently result in tolerance. Other than fetal exposure, factors that promote tolerance rather than stimulation of the immune system by a given antigen include the following: high dose of the antigen, long-term persistence of the antigen in the host, individual or oral introduction, absence of adjuvants. Adjuvants is type of compound that enhance the immune response to antigen. Then low level of co-stimulation and presentation of antigen by immature or unactivated antigen presenting cells. So again, let's summarize. What are the factors that promote tolerance rather than stimulation? Usually when an adult encounter a new antigen, it will initiate an immune response, but this is not true for fetus. In case of fetus, due to the immature state of the immune system, exposure to the antigen will frequently exposure to the antigen will lead to tolerance. There are some other factors such as high doses of the antigen, long-term persistence of the antigen in the host, intravenous or oral introduction, absence of the adjuvants, low level of the co-stimulation, and presentation of the antigen by immature APC also lead to tolerance rather than stimulation. So now let's talk about the experimental evidence of immunological tolerance. In 1953, Medawar and his colleagues induced immunological tolerance to skin allografts. What does allograft means? Grafts that are genetically non-identical but are taken from the same species in mice by neonatal injection of the alloantigen. So Medawar did 3 experimental trials with 3 different strains of mouse, strain A, B and C. So strain A will typically reject any skin graft from B or C. So at a 0 week, Medawar inject newborn mouse, that is the strain A, with strain B mouse cells. Okay, so again he inject of strain B mouse cell in strain A mouse. After 6 weeks, he gives mouse strain B and C skin graft in this mouse. Okay, so after 7 weeks, the B survives and C graft is rejected. So why? Because if newborn mice of strain A receive cells from strain B, they show tolerance to skin grafts from this donor at 6 week age, but reject grafts from strain C. This phenomenon is due to the immunodeviation. So what does that mean? That means during it neonatal stage, this when this mouse is injected with the cell from B mouse, it developed immunological tolerance against this cell. That's why it didn't reject this skin graft. But as the cell from mouse C is still a foreign non-self antigen, non-self cell, that means that this cell will be recognized as non-self antigen, and immediately they initiate a immunoresponse, and using this immunoresponse they will reject the graft of C but not B. Okay, that's the experimental evidence of immunological tolerance.